Hi, I just realized I did not complete part 2 of this tutorial. I am 3 months behind. I apologize for that. However, it comes with good news. I am able to address some of the changes made to the attachment control and the way to deal with the recent change in PowerApps. So let's get to it. In the attachment control, I have an if condition in the items property. If the length of bar file name is greater than 0, meaning it is a dynamic variable, then I concatenate that with .pdf and the value is the blob that we generated earlier. If there's no values in var file name, then I use the default pdf file.pdf. That way, there's always a name for this file. To get this attachment control, it's quite complicated to obtain a control that we use often. I don't know why Microsoft wouldn't add this as one of the control. You can search for it. So here's how you get this attachment control onto your form. First, we insert edit form. We're not going to use the form which you need the attachment control. We can assign to any cell point list. It has to be a cell point list. I have the sandbox here. In the event where you use the list that have a lot of fields, the attachment might not be there. And if you don't see the attachment, all you have to do is click on edit field, add, look for attachment, check it, add it in. Don't worry about all the control. Look for your attachment data card, grab the control, Control C to copy, and go to your canvas, paste it. You will find errors, but we can deal with that very soon. Remove the form as it's no longer needed. Click here, remove the border color. We can go ahead, remove the item. We add it later. For tooltip, nothing now. And for display mode, we want it to be view. Now, in the item, you can copy and paste my code here and paste it here. You really need the name and the value, which is the blob, and that should work. One other thing we need to keep in mind, and this is an issue I just recently realized, is the app version. When I create to do this demo, in the attachment control, advanced, you find the name and value property. And in the values, it defaults to name and we need to change it to values. Somehow, if you are to go out there and create a new Canvas app, you follow my step as I have right here. Under item, there is no name and value properties. It's just gone. And if we don't have the name and values where we have to change values here, the click to download no longer work. I don't know why. So the only way for you to get this ability, click to download, you have to build your app on the copy of the app that I created for this demo. And as is uncertain, I suspect it would work because I imported this back in to make sure the importing is good. And when I import the file that I sell in my SE, I find the name and value property for this attachment control. And now if I click on this, I should be able to download the file with a dialog that pop up. Do you want to open or save as? But if you do not have the name and values property here, where you have to change from name to value for this to work, then this is not working anymore. However, I'll give you a workaround. The workaround is for user can click on this email icon and it will email the current user the copy of what we see here. But the step extra, instead of the dialog to save as, they get an email with the attachment. So let me show you what to do with that. Or let me show you that the step that we took. We will click on long text.pdf here. We have a dialog. If we open, we get the text generated for us in PDF. So as I mentioned, it worked. Now for the workaround where the name and values properties are not part of your attachment control, you can click this and it says this PDF will be emailed to you momentarily. And in a couple seconds, you get a notification where the PDF is part of the attachment and some text that you can customize in the body. Now I will show you two means. One is to send from your email address or one from the shared mailbox that you have access to. That way the email doesn't come from you as an individual, but from a mailbox. So let me show you. On select property of this mail icon, I have two set of codes. In reality, you only need one of two. The first one is sending email from your email. First, you would need to connect to Office 365. Outlook because I already have the data source connected. Otherwise, you search Office 365, you would be able to select it and connect. Once the connection is established, you type in Office 365 Outlook, send email version 2. In this sent email, you have a couple parts of this code. First, you have to specify the to address right here. That's the to address. And then the subject. Right now, I just have it all text, but of course, it can be dynamic from a variable. And then you have the body. If you would like to customize using HTML, you should be able to. For here, I say hello using full name, and then I do a couple of line break, etc. And then the attachment, I create a table. In the table, I have name as the PDF file name. Again, it can be dynamic through a variable. And then for content bytes, I reference the blob. I close the curly bracket here, close the table, and then, of course, the curly bracket up here for the attachment overall. Then I set a message to a variable named var message center and displays this text. And then I could do a notification type success. So that is to send email from your email. In the events where you have a shared mailbox that you would like the email to send from, that way it doesn't look like an individual email to another person. It can come from a shared mailbox. If that is the case, you have to specify after the dot, instead of send email version 2, you say share mailbox send email version 2. And the only thing different between what we had up there and here is you have to specify the share mailbox before you reference the user email. Of course, the user email here is emailing the individual who requesting the PDF. Otherwise, it could be any other email that is needed this. Again, I do the same thing as above. So I hope you find this helpful. And if those of you who purchase my export without the email, feel free to reach out to me and I will share you the later version here for free. I would like you to have this code here. Or if you don't want to get the entire files, I can just send you this code that you see here. All right, thank you so much for sitting through this second part of the tutorial. Looking forward to the next video with you. Bye-bye now.